I think there are two things that are particularly distinctive about Christian leadership. Leadership is all about enabling people to accomplish a common goal, but the key difference for Christian leadership is why it is we accomplish the goal and how we accomplish that goal. So Christian leadership is about, first and foremost, seeking the glory of God and pleasing God. So Christian leadership is not about seeking the glory of the leader, or indeed the glory of the ministry that the leader's involved in, nor is it simply about pleasing people, whether that be the people who have a stake in the ministry or those who are benefited by the ministry. The goal of Christian leadership is ultimately to seek the glory of God and to please him. So Christian leaders have a very different motivation for what it is they're trying to accomplish as their ultimate aim. And then secondly, Christian leadership is different in that Christian leaders are called to be servant leaders. This is ultimately the way that Jesus modelled leadership. So Jesus was the one who laid down his life for his people. He was the one who was willing to become a servant and wash the feet of his disciples. He was the one who set aside his glory to go to the cross to serve his people and save them from the judgment that they deserved. And Jesus said that was the pattern for all Christian leaders. So when there were some disputes amongst his disciples as to who was the greatest, he contrasted a self-serving leadership, that's leaders who lord it over others and use their leadership position to exploit people to benefit themselves, and said instead, Christian leaders must be those who are servants or slaves. Christian leadership is about serving other people and meeting their needs, and about being willing to sacrifice ourselves so that other people's needs can be met. Now, some people who are not Christians lead in that way because they've been influenced by Christian thinking. But fundamentally, there's a great difference in that Christians have their desire to please God and they're willing to serve and sacrifice for one another.